It is the Stephanie Miller Show. I don't know if I can stop turning the pages to do this interview. Jim, did you know America only has one lawyer?
Really?
Yes, America's lawyer joins us now, Mike Papantonio. Good morning, Mike Papantonio.
Hey, Stephanie, how you doing?
You must be very busy. There must be a very long waiting line.
Well, this book has done very well, to tell you the truth. It is.
It's just a new formula for a thriller. I mean, there's no question about it. The new formula is that, there's a lot of stories out there that people just don't know. They don't know the backstory of the pharmaceutical industry or what happens with a big environmental case. So I think that's the interest in the case.
I have heard it is fantastic. I'm going to read it on the plane when I fly next week. You listen to this, everybody. In his new fast-paced legal thriller, Law and Disorder, best-selling author Mike Papantonio skillfully examines issues that could be pulled from today's newsfeed: billionaires funding litigation, partisan judges ruling personal politics instead of law, super PACs pushing legislation, and reckless media seeking innuendo-filled stories in a suspenseful, highly entertaining read. It sounds terrifying and ripped from the headlines, Mike.
It is ripped from the headlines. That's what's so incredible about it. Truthfully, Stephanie, you and I, what we do for a living, we know the backstories. We follow them every day. We know the intrigue. We know all those parts. The average American, if they can even read the headlines and get what the real meaning of that story is, it's remarkable. I mean, the corporate media doesn't tell these stories. Corporate media journalism is dead. And so my thought was, why not put it in a fiction to where you can entertain them, and at the same time they walk away and they say, gee, I didn't know this about the FDA. I'd heard about the Koch brothers, but I didn't know really how creepy they were. And so I think that's what this book does. I mean, hopefully you read it, you're entertained, and you come away thinking, my God, that can't be true about the SEC or the FDA. It just can't be true about the federal judiciary.
You've done so many of these huge cases. I just went to you and my good friend and yours, Bobby Kennedy Jr. I just went to the Waterkeeper Alliance thing out here in L.A. a few months ago. But you've been doing environmental kind of stuff. I mean, so this is all stuff you know about, whether it's pharmaceutical companies, oil companies, polluters. It is. But I think what's great is, my friend Marcia Clark has started writing these kind of books, and you're a great writer of novels, because you've obviously written other types of books. But how did you start to be able to do this form where you did your first novel?
Well, I was a journalism major. I was, before I went to law school, I intended to be a foreign correspondent at the University of Florida, and so I always wanted to write, and I'd written 3 nonfictions for lawyers, kind of motivational kind of thing, really kind of drag kind of writing. I did it because I had to.
Right.
And so I thought, well, let me do something that's fun. And so this is the first in a series of 3 books, Stephanie. And they take the characters in there. The character that is created in the first one, she's a female trial lawyer, really, really excellent lawyer, just an interesting character, Gina Romano, and she's the lead character in the second novel. And it's just been fun. I think character development of these is a lot of fun, because I've worked around so many really bizarre personalities, is the best way I can put it. I mean, these lawyers,
you work on Fox News sometimes. So
I used to work on Fox News. So you see these incredible personalities, and all of the characters in there, by the way, are composites of people I've seen and I've worked around. And the truth is, when people have read, here's the reaction I'm getting from the book. When they read it, they say, Mike, is that really true about the FDA? I mean, I've always believed, for example, that the FDA tests all these chemicals and tests all these drugs, but is it really true that they don't even have an independent source to do that? They simply have to take the word of the pharmaceutical company. And the Ranadol case that's talked about in that book has actually happened. It's the Yaz case, and it killed and crippled 1,000 women. And the interesting thing is, Stephanie, when we first discovered the case, we called all of the major corporate news networks, and we said, you have to know this. This is a product. It's a birth control. It's killing women 18 to 35. Basically, it's giving them strokes, DVTs, all types of issues like that. And you know what? They ignored it, and the reason they ignored it was because Bayer was such a big advertiser for him. They said, well, we can't do that. The reporter wanted to do it, but the cat on the 50th floor that was, working the money, they couldn't tell the story because that's true propaganda. You see,
right.
That is true propaganda. I see RT Network getting all this heat about propaganda. Hell, that's propaganda. I mean,
Mike,
when
I
you
gotta-
can't tell a story.
Yeah. Mike, this book looks fantastic. It is Law and Disorder by Mike Papantonio, our good friend. Fantastic show, Ring of Fire, and it's just always a thrill to talk to you, sir.
Thank you, Steph. We follow you all the time. Great
Thanks.
material you turn out every day.
Thank you, sweetheart. All right, there he goes, Mike.
Papantonio.
Down,
Pap.
down, down,
To you and me.
down in a burning ring of fire.